Hiya, it's Mersala, your local pirate Selkie here, and today I want to give a short film review on this really cool new short film I watched, Erzulie. So I will put information down below how you can go watch the film, if you're interested in watching it yourself. I really recommend this film. It was really great. This is gonna be like my honest review, good and bad. So if you want to know what it's about, definitely stick around. If you haven't watched it yet, I might be giving a few spoilers. So go watch it first and come back for the review. But overall, it was a really great film. I do have a few points that I would like to make on the film, especially me being a mermaid. So Erzulie is about this bio mermaid, so it's like this black mermaid, who is summoned by a group of young women who wants to have their wishes fulfilled. So basically, if you summon the mermaid, she'll grant you a wish, kind of like a genie. So all of these girls have like mental issues and stuff, which personally, that is what invested me into the film personally, because I deal with a lot of mental issues, and I thought that was a really cool aspect to add into the short film. So each girl, they have their own problems and dealing with stuff, and there was a few very strong female characters, and I really appreciated them taking a non-traditional aspect of mermaids. Personally, here in South Africa, we have a legend of a native black tribe encountering a tribe of mermaids who was also black. So the legend comes from Zimbabwe. So I don't know if you guys know about the Victoria waterfalls. It's one of the seven wonders of the world. If you don't know it, Google it. You'll find it. I've been there. I live in South Africa, but I've traveled there. I've been there. So they have this native legend of the mermaids, and their townspeople, their tribes people, have started going missing. So the chief found out it was mermaids that was the culprits, and then they basically made a deal with the mermaids that they will feed them if they'll leave the townspeople alone. It's a really cool legend. I can go more in depth into that if you guys are interested in another video. This whole Erzulie film kind of like reminded me of that. And they also like based it, like the name Erzulie, kind of off like the sea goddess, kind of like Ursula, and I'm Mersala, so it's like all really kind of cool and connected. So a few points of the film that I was like a little bit on the ledge about was the femininity aspect. I personally appreciated, I've been in an abusive relationship before, and one of the characters had Stockholm syndrome. Personally, not a problem. I've had, personally, if the mermaid offed my abusive ex, I would be applauding her, not throwing a tantrum about it. There's also some LGBTQ aspects in it, which I am personally here for. So that was really cool. But the thing that kind of like just made me like think a little bit is like currently online there's like a lot of toxic femininity going around, of women just bashing men. Anybody can be abused. Anybody can be an abuser. So women can be abusers too, and men can also be abused. So there is this whole dynamic of like women thinking like men suck, and the film is kind of like pushing that narrative like a little bit, and it's understandably so, because these girls have had bad experiences with men. And if you look at statistics and stuff, women are more likely to be abused. But a lot of men are also abused, and a lot of men aren't trash like some feministic women think. And I personally would just like the film to have like a little bit more strong male characters as well. Although I personally love the film, I love that part where the abusive guy got what he deserved, and it was just overall a great film. I was personally so invested, I couldn't stop watching. It's about an hour-ish long, so overall I think it was an absolutely great film, and I would love to see a sequel. My only problem with it, like I said, is just I am afraid that they're kind of like, that the toxic feministic groups of people are going to discover this film and then make it all about that, when in fact that's not what the movie is about completely at all. Like, sure, the females are a bit feministic and they are going through these problems, but there's such great character development, except for the girl who like has Stockholm syndrome. I do not like her. I think, like her best friend's just trying to put her best interests at heart. They had like a little like romantic situation going on, the two besties, and then her ex got off after like stalking her. He was probably coming there to harm her, and the mermaid, due to the wish of the friend, decided to end him, which is totally fair, because frankly he deserves that, because there's just too much toxicity in the world. We don't need people like that, okay? We don't need people like that. I've personally been in a situation like that, and it's terrible. It's horrible. There is barely any justice. So if a mermaid comes in and like rescues me like that, and my best friend's looking out for me like that, I would just be so grateful. But other than that, the characters were really well written. The story was really well written as well. And I personally also make short films. I studied filmmaking. So from a visual aspect, if you're looking at the shots, the scenes, all the technical stuff involved, they did an amazing job. 10 out of 10. Like, I only have that like one concern of the, like feministic stuff that might be seen in the wrong way. Also, I really love the fact that it's a black mermaid, because we have mermaids of all colors. I am personally part of a pod which have multiple black women, and I am absolutely love them. One of my fellow mermaids have gone viral. Her name is Naku Kanya. Some of you might have seen the viral video going around of her getting stuck in a tank, which there was a lot of backlash about, and there's a lot of hate towards black mermaids for some reason. I find it incredibly racist, because Disney also released the Ariel movie, which has actually done really well, and I thought it was a fabulous movie. Ariel was one of my favorite characters growing up, and at first I was unsure of the change, because it's like a very drastic change, and I personally think Hale did an amazing job playing Ariel, and I want to see more black mermaids. And what I love about Erzulie is it's a new, fresh, original story involving a black mermaid. And I'm getting chills just freaking talking about how spiritual this movie is. I'm also a lot into spirituality and stuff like that. This movie was just amazing. So viewer discretion advised, if you are not into like gore stuff, and if any of the topics that I mentioned might offend you, you don't have to watch the film, but I really recommend you do, because it was a stellar film. And also they asked a question of what mermaiding means to me. To me, mermaiding means to heal my inner child and to express myself. It's a way to heal and to just be myself. And I just personally think mermaiding, it's just freeing, and that's what it means to me. It's just something that I cannot put into words. But thank you so much, Erzulie, for creating such an amazing film, and for allowing me to watch it, because I personally loved it. And I hope you make a sequel. Please make a sequel. I'm invested and I need more. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys have a fantastic, amazing day. Bye!